to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about what inspires me. What inspires me to keep going. What inspires me to keep being kind and being the human being that I am. Just what inspires me to keep going, not only in my business, but in life, I would say. So I got this question lately, and it really made me think, like, what does inspire me to keep doing my blogging and YouTube and everything like that? So I made a list. So I might be looking down. So don't mind me. I am reading off my list. I don't want to forget anything. So the main thing that I think inspires me is humanity and kindness. That just makes my day. It makes me emotional. Others being kind, seeing others being kind is just so beyond. Even just a smile. When I go out and people smile at me, it just makes my day and makes me feel better. I'm always smiling. If you see me in public, it would be rare to not see me with a smile. And that's actually my favorite compliment to get, is about my smile. Like, when people are nice to me because of my smile, that just makes my day. Because I think smiling at people is underrated. I was recently near Cottage Hospital in Santa Barbara at Taffy's Pizza, our favorite pizza place, and a man had walked in and he had a tag. My nieces and nephews were born in Cottage Hospital. I know that tag anywhere from the maternity ward, and he walked in and he looked tired, he looked disheveled, and I was like, "Did you just have a baby?" And he was like, "Yeah, how did you know that?" And everyone in my family was like, "How did you know that?" What? And I was like, "It's his tag from the maternity ward." I recognized it. And a man in there, he went up and ordered because we were still deciding. And the man behind him in line said, "It's on me, get a large," and gave him the money for it. And it just made my heart, it made that man's day. And I was in the pizza parlor, almost crying. P was like, "Oh my gosh, don't cry." And I was like, it just made me so happy, that small kindness that these people have just had a baby, which is exhausting, expensive, so much going on, and this man, pays for their pizza. It made me so happy and so inspired with the humankind. And one different story is, I remember being in Trader Joe's, and I always, whenever we see kids, P and I are usually waving at them, and they usually are waving at us. It's really sweet. And this one little girl was saying hi to everyone, and in line, she was still doing the same thing. She was probably 4 or 5, and she was with her grandma, and her grandma was like, "There are people that ignore her." She's like, "There are very grouchy, angry people that look at her, and they're they don't say hi to her." And she's like, she does not give up. She will follow them and be like, "I said hi." Hi. And then they're kind of like, "Oh, hi." And she's like, "Well, she did say hi." And I'm like, how could you not say hi? But just children in general inspire me with their sweetness and just their innocence and kindness. Just makes my heart happy. The next thing that I want to talk about is other people's success. When I see people being successful and genuinely happy, I don't mean successful by being a billionaire. That doesn't matter to me. If you're a billionaire and you're not happy, I don't care to be around you. I wouldn't want to know you. Just happiness of people doing what they love, finding their niche, zoning in on it, and being able to make a living that way. That's my goal, and that's what I'm working towards. So seeing people being happy, it just makes me happy and inspired. Seeing people on YouTube that have made it. Seeing comedians that are doing stand-up and are now doing specials that are making it that way, or doing podcasts, however it works. Seeing people be successful just makes my heart happy. And being able to make a living doing what they love is just beyond words. Makes me so happy and inspired. Building things from the ground up, the work that they put into it is huge. And seeing that come out for them and work out for people is just amazing. Whether it's going to school to be something specific, that's awesome if that's what you want to do. If you want to build a YouTube from the ground up, that's amazing. Nothing is for everyone. No one's going to sit there and be like, oh, I wanted to do that, I wanted to do that, I wanted to do that. Everybody has their niche, everybody has what makes them happy, even if it doesn't make you happy. Some people have jobs that I'm like, oh Lord, I would never want that job. But if they're happy, if they're successful because they're happy doing it, then I'm happy for them. And it makes me inspired to keep going to do what I love. And podcasts, like I said, about business ideas or tactics or just inspiration in general. I love listening to podcasts. They usually inspire me. It's different than watching TV. I have my podcast advice or rant down below if you want to check out what podcasts we listen to. That'll be down below. But for instance, Business Boutique and Influencer Podcast are good if you're trying to get started getting inspired for business. I'm sure there's plenty out there. I would love to know if I'm missing some of them, let me know. But just hearing people's story inspires me. I love listening to Theo's this past weekend. I love hearing, people call in. I love hearing the guests and Theo chat about, how they got where they are, things that happened along the way. I love hearing that. So on to the next one, which kind of ties in, is interviews of successful people. And like I said, when I say successful, I don't mean a billionaire. I mean somebody that is happy doing what they love and they make a living that way. Or they're almost making a living that way. I love listening to interviews of successful people. It gives me the drive when they worked hard and they got where they wanted to be. Even though there was bumps along the way, the struggle inspires me to keep going because everybody struggles. But if you didn't struggle, life would be so boring. How boring would it be if everything just got handed to you and you're just like, okay, don't have to work for it, don't have to deal with this, don't have to figure out a way to get there. Boring. Interviews that I specifically love to listen to are Shawn Mendes and Theo Von. I love him. He is amazing. He's a comedian. But I like watching the YouTube channel Hikes with Kevin. That's interesting. It's just the people that he has on there. I think it goes based on who you like. So if you find somebody you like and you want to hear their story, look it up because it honestly inspires me hearing these people's stories of how they came from the bottom to where they are now. And not everybody's story is what you thought it was. And the amount of time it took them to get where they need to be will just put a reality in your head. Nothing happens overnight. And hearing that over and over by different people inspires me to keep going. So like I said, I love Theo Von and Shawn Mendes interviews, Dax Shepard as well, Kristen Bell. But I have been loving these GQ. I ran into them on YouTube when I was listening to music or like when I'm on my channel, it says what you might like. GQ breakdown, like they break down their most iconic roles. And I just fell in love with it. Like it kind of talks about their start in movies that you might not have even known they were in. And that just was super cool. And the one that I specifically loved, there's a lot of good ones. I liked Seth Rogen's, I liked Rob Schneider's. There's a lot of really famous people that do them. Like I said, you could look up GQ breakdowns iconic roles, I believe is what it's called. So Terry Crews has been my absolute favorite. Hearing his story, I knew Terry Crews. I love White Chicks. I love many movies that he's in. But I just, Friday, well, he's not in the original Friday. He's in Friday After Next, I think. But just hearing his story was inspiring to me. Like, he talked about attitude and like, what is the word I'm looking for? Your vibe, your mindset. So in it, I wrote down like a quote, but basically he said, like, I shifted my attitude and gave my all. Even though it wasn't the biggest role, I shifted my attitude and gave my all, and everything changed for him. And that to me was huge because your mindset has so much to do with your success. If you're unhappy all the time, if you're, you know, looking on the negative side all the time, good things are going to pass you by because one, you're not going to appreciate anything. You're going to be like, well, this is not the same phone that I wanted, but I got a new phone, whatever, hate it. You know, like you can be like, wow, I got a new phone. Some people don't even have a phone, and here I am, I have this new phone. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to fall in love with it. It's going to be great. You know, just change your look on life, and so much. People will want to be around you. People will see your energy. It's hard to hide, honestly. Like, when I'm out in public and people say things to me, it means so much because I feel that way on the inside. So for them to see that on the outside is a miracle to me. That makes me so happy that I radiate the energy I have inside out to people. But his actual quote was, I shifted my attitude and changed my trajectory. And that's basically when everything changed for him in a certain movie. Like I said, go watch it. It's great. And then he also said, like, I want to be the solution. Like, everybody's thing is already hard enough, so why am I going to make it more complicated and more difficult? I want to be the solution. And I just thought that was huge. So that really inspired me, hearing his story. And then any success that I find, like being able to run this channel and my blog and everything else, is so meaningful to me. Any new follower I get on Instagram or my blog, or any new subscriber I get on my YouTube channel, really means so much to me, and it just gives me the drive to keep going and keep creating content for you guys. I really want to inspire people and make people's lives better, you know, starting from the inside themselves. And I always say, not everything I do works for everyone, but it works for me. And I just want to give you the inspiration to find what works for you so you can have a happier tomorrow and a better life by being happy. So any little success, I celebrate. I am so honored and so happy to have every single follower, every single subscriber. It means so much to me. And then, of course, the love and support from my husband. And I also have a supportive best friend and most of my family. It's so awesome to have that support behind me. And my husband believes in me so much that it's hard to not believe in myself. Like, he pumps me up so much, and I can feel that. So that means so much to me that I keep going. It keeps me creating and thinking about the future, like what I want for my kids. Do I want my kids to feel like they have to go to school and, you know, do a desk job because that's how they're going to make money and it's going to be safe for them? No, absolutely not. I want my kids to know that they can literally do anything they want, and my nieces and nephews, that they could do anything they want. They don't have to settle for something. You shouldn't settle. So that really inspires me, knowing that I might make a difference in some person's life, just one person. That means everything to me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that my channel maybe makes a little more sense now on what inspires me, or maybe I make more sense now. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you like. Please leave any comments or questions or anything down below. I'd love to interact with you guys. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss me. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!